Whether we recognize it or not, comic books are becoming a huge part of pop culture nowadays. It's becoming impossible to travel anywhere without seeing at least a billboard or a poster of the latest new superhero movie coming out. So it makes sense to go and check out the local shops in town where everything started. Here's two of my favorite shops in West LA, which still cater to the classic comic book aesthetic. Quite possibly the oldest and only shop in Santa Monica. HiDeHo Comics has been around since 1977. Aside from the expected offerings of new and vintage comics, HiDeHo also specializes in hosting events like trading card tournaments and, in this case, a National Free Comic Book Day, which took place on May 7th and was an event which owner Eddie D'Angeli billed as the first in-store Comic-Con of its kind. Costumed characters, freshly drawn art, and appearances by the authors and artists of the characters and comics themselves were just a few of the things you could see at National Comic Book Day at HiDeHo Comics. Moving across town to Culver City, the Comic Bug is a far cry from its predecessor, as a much smaller and more intimate shop. Having two shops in both Manhattan Beach and Culver City, I had a chance to speak with manager Ben Kim, who flip-flops between running the day-to-day operations at both shops.
Business at this location. We have another shop down in Manhattan Beach. That one's been around for 12 plus years. So this is our...
So this is kind of like a satellite shop then, right?
Yeah. It's our new store.
Gotcha. How long has this shop been open?
So we moved in here about a year and a half ago. So this location has always been a comic shop for the last 20-something years. So we're just proud to continue the legacy in this area.
Ben went on to tell me a little more about the shop, including their selection of indie comic books and an appearance by a very special guest on Free Comic Book Day.
And the biggest thing about, I'm sure Scott told you about the Free Comic Day this year is we have Stan Lee coming by.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah.
So he told me a bit about that. So there was like a raffle where you guys got the number to get Stan Lee to appear here, or?
No. So how that worked was, so Stan Lee has his own comic book convention called Kamikaze. Last year, there was a competition between the stores where the store that sells most tickets to the show gets rewarded a Stan Lee signing. And all those plans for that, which obviously we won, and the plans for that didn't come together until this Free Comic Day. There's a lot more comics out there than just what they see in the movies.
Yeah.
There's all the Marvel, DC, all the superhero stuff, but there's a bunch of independent titles, a bunch of just smaller publishers who might not make superhero stuff. They just make good stories and just make good comics that appeal to people.
Yeah.
Which is kind of the best part. I think the best part of the job is to introducing people to show them that there's more than just capes and cowls, in
Yeah.
comics. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stories out there.